Big change. Big change is scary because we tend to think of the worst case scenario. And we definitely need to prepare for worst case scenario, but we can't live in a worst case scenario mindset. Or else, even when things are good, we will steal our day and therefore steal our life. Because if every day you live in fear, if every day you live in anxiety, then even on the good days, they're lost to the worst case scenario, not the actual reality. And so I say that because I'm reflecting on the subject of big change because I just bought a house. That's a big change. I already owned a house. That was a big change in my life at that time because I was in my early 20s moving out of the house, moving out of my mom's house, moving out of the house I grew up. So the big fear then was, wow, what a big responsibility to pay my own mortgage, to pay for my own toilet paper, buy my own food. Such a huge adjustment. It was such a big responsibility. And definitely it took time, and definitely there was some failure along the way. But I'm definitely glad that I did that big change at that time because it developed myself. It matured me, and it forced me, it pushed me to develop my career, to understand about responsibility, and to appreciate my mom, to appreciate what adults do, So, and then I got to a point in my life where there was a big change where I sold my house. I lived on the road, and a feeling of complete relief and great fun, great adventure. And, worst case scenario there would be you get in a car accident. You don't save up enough money that you think. You have a horrible issue on the road and you get priced out of housing and your dreams don't come true. You become a destitute homeless person. Every big change has a big fear. And most of them, no matter what the scenario, usually the worst case does not play out every day all the time. Now, certainly there's other big changes in life, relationships. You go through a divorce, a breakup, death, you lose a pet, you lose a child, you lose a parent. All these things are horrible. And I remember when I lost a pet, devastating. It was a relief that my dog no longer suffered, but it was a big change to move on without my dog. It's life is hard to deal with psychologically and emotionally. Definitely financially too. But this is why you do things like you live below your means. This is why you do things like self-care, try to eat healthy, go to the gym. I was obese. Well, I wasn't always obese. I was always had a wide ass. I was always big boned. But in my mid-20s, I let myself go because I was like, I just want to eat whatever I want. And I did feel like in your 20s, you could eat whatever you want, abuse your body, and your body would snap back. And so I started to try to get in shape in my early 30s. And instead of my body snapping back, I hurt my body trying to work out too hard and not change my diet. So the big fear was, if I don't change my diet, I'm going to... Well, I didn't have a big fear then. I was just trying to get in shape, but I ended up in the emergency room, which is a big fear. Your health, losing your health is a big change, big fear. And thank God there was no major issue, but I did have nerve damage that lingered for a year or so. And that big change caused a big fear in my life that, man, I don't want to be in a hospital. I don't want to be suffering. And that fear kind of pushed me to eat healthier, move more. And then, all these different things in life can teach us, but we have to do the work, okay? And we can't live in fear. We have to live in action. We can't live in fear. We have to live in action. And nothing is ever perfect. Like even before I made this video, there's someone doing landscaping. There's an airplane that flew above. You never get anything done if you wait for the perfect conditions. And that's why you're riddled with anxiety and fear, because you're getting left behind because you're not doing anything. You're not structuring your mind. You're not focusing, managing your time. You're waking up late. You're not doing enough. And every day that repeats, now you're getting further and further behind. You haven't been in the workforce in a year. Now you're scared to go in the workforce. Then long and longer, less Social Security, less confidence, etc., etc. Everything in life, if you stop doing it, you lose it. If you don't use it, you lose it. But back to the original kind of thing I want to talk about. Look, I just bought a house. Big change. I was on the road for 5 years. That was a big change. Guys, you change all the time. But don't fear change. Adapt. Grow. Seize the moment. Don't live in fear. Don't live. I mean, guys, we saw it with the pandemic that, there's so many perspectives of people. Oh my God, 5G is going to kill you. Now everyone's got a 5G phone. I mean, forget about it. Then it's like everything in life, guys. You can live in fear. Now, there was a real thing with the pandemic, right? I mean, everyone wants to go crazy about it. But look, there was something out there, right? So, but everything is like, guys, could be legit fears. Okay? So you should, manage that risk. But, you also need to live your life. There's a balance of everything in life. Okay. And what I want to tell you is, if you're going through a big change, you're getting married, you're getting divorced, you're buying a house, you're selling a house, you're living on the road, you're getting off the road, you're changing jobs, or you don't have a job. If you don't have a job, change that right now, unless you have enough money. Why? I don't know why you want to make your life harder. And when you don't work, if you need money, you're screwing yourself. Okay. If you got money, then God bless. Manage your time. Because even when you're rich, you got to manage your time. You got to take care of yourself, or else you'll end up in a hospital. You'll drink yourself to death in the closet of a shared apartment. I've seen it happen. And no disrespect, rest in peace. But this is life. Okay? And so what I want to tell you is, don't fear change. But if you have a good daily routine, if you have the wax on, wax off. Remember Mr. Miyagi, the original Karate Kid? This kid wanted to learn how to defend himself, okay? Because he had went through a change. He had moved from one town to another town. His mom moved him. And in the new town he moved, he was getting bullied by some kids. So he went he wanted to learn karate to defend himself in this new town with this big change, all these bullies. And the teacher would give him lessons, but they weren't karate lessons originally. They were lessons about cleaning a car, wax on, wax off, painting the house, paint the house, paint the house. And the kid, after a little while, he said, you promised if I did these things, you would prepare me to defend myself. You would prepare me for this, big thing that I got going on. And finally, Mr. Miyagi, he told Daniel-san, he said, I have been preparing you. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, wax on, wax off, paint the fence, paint the fence. And that's what I've been telling you. Manage your time, wake up early, don't take naps. Live below your means. Even if there's a recession, you're living below your means, you got a job, you got a side job. You're not drinking, you're not smoking, you're not doing too much risk. Hey, I am Mr. Miyagi. Okay. And what I want to tell you, in this world, you can't prepare for everything, but you can't live in the fear of everything, and you got to do the work. Okay. You got to paint the fence, you got to wax on, wax off. Okay, you can't drink yourself to death and want to live. Okay. You can't hang around sloths and get the best out of your life. Okay. You can't live in your car to do more drugs. Hey. You got talent, but you're not doing what you need to do. Okay, there's no judgment. The grace of God for everyone. A couple of you nasty trolls. I'll never fuck about it. I'll tell you. There's a late now. Let's take pause. I love everyone. I want to tell you, in this world, you always have to deal with something. But don't let it steal your life. Make a video when a landscaper is landscaping. Thank God for landscapers. Thank God for people making noise. I'll tell you, if you live with people and they don't do nothing and you're in your house making noise, that I want to tell you. I thank God for this moment in time. I thank God for my members of this channel, for the positive people of this channel. Thank you very much. You appreciate these videos, please click that thumbs up. You want to be a member, click that blue join button. You want to give this video a specific one, a super thanks, click that super thanks. You say Inspirational Nomad, do you feel bad asking for people to do that? No, why? Because I just delivered something. I'm not entitled to anything, but I want to tell you this, guys. When you do something, don't expect anything, but don't feel bad about getting something. When you do nothing, just shut the fuck up. because there's a landscaper that's got to do some work. Yeah, you ever seen someone who doesn't do shit? They're in their house or they're in their car. Okay, they're living in their car, no problem with that, I did that. But then they complain about a landscaper working and they're not working. Yeah, hey, I thank God for that landscaper right now. I want to thank you, Lord. The productive people in society keeping the parks mowed, blowing the leaves, make more noise. These motherfuckers, they want to live in their van, okay, and not have someone blow leaves next to them. What are you, out of your mind? Okay. Hey, look, I want to thank God for another video in the books. Thank God for showing up. Thank you to all my members. Thank you to all the positive people. Share the video. Click the thumbs up. Leave a comment below. Fucking let's do it. 100K subs. And if you're watching this replay 5 years from now and I got 200K subs, I got 2 million. Hey, you're watching one of the video archives of America. Of the world, I'm global. This is the Stillmatic of my life. Okay. Even though I'm on to another album already, guys. That was like a couple of years ago on my channel. All right. I love you. Let's stay positive.